The spirit and wisdom of our ancestors never fade. This is a phenomenon that accompanies us throughout our lives. This spiritual world, sort of parallel dimension, pulsates in our consciousness beyond time and space. It's full of mysteries, it's enlightening and full of novel features. Every single one of us, at different stages of our lives, open this world in our own way. However, there has always been those who were born to carry the spark, the magic of ancient spirituality, to help the mere mortals touch the sacred world of our ancestors or ultimate reality and set up an invisible and strong bond. They are the keepers of traditional knowledge and culture. And if the people still honor their keepers, these nations continue to live. Sacred space. As it's known, the home of human being is the mirror image of his internal world. The bozy, dwelling tent of a Kyrgyz nomad, for centuries had reflected three key qualities of the Kyrgyz people: its rationality and practicality in everyday life, aptitude and focus on clear moral values of personal and collective life, deep intuitiveness and devotion to the otherworldly or spiritual world. Indeed, these qualities have aided the Kyrgyz for centuries to remain independent, preserve their identity and develop in the context of difficult historical events. Hence, one can easily claim that bozy is an expression of the very essence of the Kyrgyz. Bozy, as a material creation of a nomad or as a part of his material world, above all had to be mobile, fast to construct and easy to transport. To create this wonderful streamlined, dome-shaped dwelling, the Kyrgyz used wood, leather and wool felt. This has defined another important quality of this nomadic dwelling, its eco-friendliness. The frame of the bozy consists of karega, wooden trellis sections that serve as the walls of the dwelling, tunduk, dome of the bozy, ook, rails that connect to the tunduk with the walls of the bozy making a dome. The frame of the bozy consists of karega, ook, tunduk and a wooden door. Such frame is covered with wool felt tied with special ropes from the top and is decorated from the inside and outside. The final steps of the bozy are the internal and external decorations and arrangement of its interior. Remarkably, seemingly a fragile structure, in practice it is durable and functional. It's able to withstand strong gusts of wind, provides warmth during winter and coolness during hot days. The bozy is also a part of the Kyrgyz mentality or its mental world. Therefore, each element of the bozy can be traced back to the outlook of the Kyrgyz people, the nomadic values with which it was based. Integrity, order and harmony of the universe had always been considered the highest principles of life for the nomad. Hence, Upcha and Apchi embodies the relationships between the male and female principles. For example, according to the interpretation of a modern Kyrgyz philosopher, Savatbek Abdurasulov, Tunduk and Kazan are the ratio of intangible and tangible world. Tunduk is a symbol of the sky, and Kazan a symbol of earth, fertility, family hearth. Bakan, a wooden support of the Tunduk, is the spiritual backbone, or the tree of life, around which events take place. Tur and Basara for the Kyrgyz are the mirror entrances to the two dimensions of human life. Tur, an honorable seat located on the opposite side of the entrance to the Bozy. And Basara, threshold of the dwelling, located on the opposite side of the honorable seat. For the Kyrgyz are the mirror entrances to the two dimensions of human life. Tur at the entrance to the unmanifested sacred dimension, home to the spirits of ancestors. Bosala, in turn, is the entrance to the manifested earthly world, with bustling crossroads of daily life. These are the just basic symbols that the Kyrgyz Bozy contains. Finally, Bozy is a unique space of energy, an integral part of the Kyrgyz spiritual world. Indeed, since ancient times it was believed that Bozy is a mysterious buffer between the Tengurata world, Tengur is the absolute god in the Kyrgyz outlook, and his earthly creations. In this space, all the good and evil are amplified. As proven by many scientific and esoteric studies, in conventional housing, negative energy is accumulated in the corners, creating an oppressive atmosphere in the house. It's apparent that in a spherical Bozy, there is a constant movement and cleansing of the energies. Indeed, due to this vector dreaming, resting or simply visiting this unique space has a positive effect on the well-being. However, for the Bozy to have this magical space, it has to be correctly manufactured by true master and put together by following all the rules. Above all, the spiritual. Due to this, the Kyrgyz observe certain rituals to create a correct or positive dwelling. Hence, the keepers of knowledge of manufacturing the Bozy have been considered as the most respected members of tribe for centuries. Knowledge of Bozy, like most traditional wisdom, is usually passed down as inheritance, from generation to generation. In the past, the master of manufacturing a Bozy was also ritual connoisseur of correctly building it and skilled interpreter of all Bozy symbolisms. The contemporary world is characterized by fragmentations. Currently, the masters of manufacturing the Bozy are different to those who have the skilled knowledge of correctly putting it together. As a rule, they are the still remaining members from the older generation. To those who have the skilled knowledge of correctly putting it together, and others are interested in the sacred symbolism of Bozy. However, no matter how hard the rational modern world tried to break up and absorb the ancient traditions, the Kyrgyz managed to save the sacred world of Bozy throughout the eras to reveal its unknown faces to the future generations. Today in Kyrgyzstan there are entire villages that specialize in the manufacture of this unique dwelling. Among these true masters of this craft, there are those who have already become famous far beyond the borders of their country. Kyrgyz Bozy are taken away to Germany, Kazakhstan, Russia and many other countries around the world. Conclusion. A modern human in the bustle of every day can easily lose himself and his true meaning of existence. Therefore, it's important to break away from this overwhelming flow of events, people and things. Bozy is in combination with a magnificent nature and today can be considered as that space where it's possible to find inner peace, learn to meditate the surrounding world and remember the true meaning and value of life itself. Fortunately, the Kyrgyz still have keepers of this great gift to manufacture or continually create this sacred space. The living space of Bozy, which reminds all of its entities that the spirit and wisdom of our ancestors do not disappear and that they accompany us throughout our lives.